What up guys, your boy Karthus, and today I'm doing a build video. Now if you're anything like me and you've been playing this game, you're probably running around with the dual axes or the two-handed axes or the two-handed weapons like the spears and the swords, or maybe you're running around with hammers, or maybe you're that crazy person that's running around with dual shields just boxing everybody, slamming and slamming. I have recently been switching up my builds just to see what's good, what's not, and I found that the daggers are amazing. Now if you're like me, you probably have been sleeping on the daggers because why the hell would you use daggers? But they are just so damn good when it comes to boss fights. Single target damage is insane on them, and on top of that, they're really good for crowd control. I mean, you can cut people down extremely fast. And with the build I'm trying to show you, you can do this extremely early as well. You can be like max level 17 and have the build that you need, the abilities that you need. Now the passives that we're going to go over are in the Raven tree. That's the only thing you really need to make this work. I'll go over a couple daggers and a couple builds you can use. I see people online using the poison build for the dagger. I personally don't think poison is that good in this game. It's great to put a dot on everybody, and you can use it as crowd control in like heavier situations when you get the poison cloud to burst. That's awesome. You can also mix the poison with fire or whatever and put 2 dots on people. Yes, that works. Honestly, I don't feel like the dot tick is that much. I don't feel like it's strong enough for me to be like, oh, I want to build my whole build around poison. This is all about dodging, slowing down time, and just unloading on bosses or people. So stop parrying and start dodging. Let's go ahead and get into the build, guys. Starting off, you want to run through the Raven Mastery. You want to go into Backstab, straight into Brush with Death. This whole build is based off Brush with Death. I think it's extremely strong. If you haven't gotten it yet, you need to get it. You don't even really need to parry anymore because of how strong this is. It only takes 17 points to get here, so get there. If you want, you can move your way down through Advanced Assassination all the way over here to Sprint Attack. I think Sprint Attack is amazing. It helps out a lot. I suggest getting it. Work your way down to Last Chance Healing, which slows down time so you can heal yourself. All the way over to Grit. Grit allows you to heal yourself after being attacked as long as you're consistently attacking. You just work your health bar back up, kind of like Bloodborne. As far as the build, I'm running Brigadine. Brigadine's like the best arm in the game, reason being is because it stacks your armor and your damage. Now you need people around, you need a crowd to be able to pull this off, but you can get up to 30 armor and 25 melee damage, which is huge. This is really good for raids or fighting massive mobs. Now if that's not what you're doing, you're fighting bosses, then the other gear I like to run is the Mentors. Mentors is extremely good for single target damage or just criticals in general. Increases attack after critical hits, stacks 5 times, lasts 35 seconds, and goes up to 20 attack. Now, you don't need a crowd to have 20 attack. It is 5 less than the Brigadines, but you need a crowd to be able to get there, so I won't worry about that. And on top of that, it increases our attack speed plus 10, so we're attacking faster and getting more crits out. Alright, real quick, let's go over the daggers I'm using. I'm using Sutengers, and what this does is increases critical damage after each hit, stacking up to 10 times, which gives you 18.2 extra critical damage on top of your already heavy crits. As far as the runes go, I'm running Ignite Your Weapon, which anytime I get a critical, my weapons catch on fire, and then I added more critical damage and more attack damage. You want to run Poison. You can do the Poison build-up runes. Whatever runes you want to run it. However you want to play it. This is just how I'm playing. It doesn't need to be set in stone. Take whatever you can from this build and build however you want. As my secondary, I'm using Yngling or Yingling, however you want to say it. I think it's Yngling, like Ymir. But what this does is increases melee damage after a dodge. Now you can constantly dodge and have your melee damage be increased by plus 15 every time you dodge, right? And that's what's so good with Brush of Death, because you get that plus 15 and it slows down time, so you get a slightly longer duration. Now that's what I think. You get a slightly longer duration to do that extra damage. And as for the runes, I just have a damage increase and then back damage and elite damage. This is more for like sneaking behind a boss and just, spam bumper on them. Now if you want, you can switch either one of these daggers out with the Copus or Copus, however you want to say it. And what this does is it restores a low amount of health with each critical hit. So you get 10% health back. I don't know if that goes up if you make this a mythical dagger, because right now it's flawless. I just need to level up one more time. I didn't want to waste the tungsten to do it because I'm not a big fan of this dagger. I play with it a little bit. It's awesome because it gives you all your health back, but I'm not really getting hit that much. I mean, parrying is extremely easy in this, and so is dodging. And we're playing on Drenger Mode. I don't think this game's that difficult, but if you're having a hard time healing, run this dagger. This dagger is like insane. It's very, very good, and it's really good with like dots. I feel like, if you get a crit off a dot because it's constantly ticking away at them, you're gonna get your health back no matter what, so you don't really have to worry about being up in somebody's face the whole time. Alright guys, so I dropped us down to level 44. And it only takes 17 points to get here, like I said. It actually takes 44 points to get all the way over here if you want to grab a couple things on the way. That's to get the grit so you get your health back. That's not really that big of a deal early game, but if you want it, go for it. As far as the world goes, we're on a power level 340. Now, we shouldn't be here at all. We're completely under-leveled. And these people may one-shot us. Chances are they will one-shot us. What I want to show is how strong the daggers are. These daggers, by themselves, can stagger the hell out of enemies, and you can just sit there and unload by spamming right bumper, and they don't move. And I'll show you how strong it is, and then we'll just move on. Look at this. This is not insane. And we don't really meet the requirements for the armor because there's only 2 people. I mean, obviously our defense is a little bit better, but our overall damage is nothing. Screw you. Quit throwing shit. Alright, right there was grit coming through. You saw we got our health back on that. Try to get this guy to fight us. I can't see what he's doing. So we're going to get in behind him. And look at this. One dagger is kind of crazy. I mean, we're doing like no damage to these guys, but they're not moving. Right there's the dodge, getting behind him. And look at that. He's not going anywhere. We should not be killing this guy. Dodge into him. Unload him. It's that easy. Alright guys, now we're going to do a boss fight. I went out and found a lost Drenger. If you know what those are, they're pretty hard boss fights. We've switched over to the mentor set, and the reason we did that is because, you know, the critical attacks allows us to get damage all the way up to a 20 stack, and then on top of that, we get more speed, which allows us to get more hits in, which allows us to get a higher chance of critting. Like I said before, you can run poison if you want. It's going to help the build out. I'm not going to really run poison because I'm going to show you you don't really need to if you don't want to. If you want to use different abilities, you can. I won't use any abilities in this fight. I'm just showcasing that you can just run up and spam the hell out of right bumper or R1 and just stay in the boss's face. Every time that they swing at you, you just dodge into their chest and unload on them. So I usually stay in the front of a boss, kind of like Dark Souls. You stay like right on top of it, and the boss can't do much to you. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Hey, wow, he just jumps right at you. I've never fought this guy before, so we dodge in. Spam, spam, get a little bit closer, spam, dodge in, spam, dodge, peek. We're just sitting here spamming, waiting for him to just swing. Wow, these daggers are insane. Scoot up, dodge in again, slows down time, we get a massive hit. Spin him against the wall, dodge again. He's a crafty bastard. Dodge again. Okay, get right up on. Look how crazy daggers are. Oh. There you go. Build is OP. 100%. Alright guys, that pretty much sums it up. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and comment. It helps this channel out a lot. Helps me out a lot. In the future, I could do more build videos if that's what y'all want to see. If not, I can go back to doing a montage like the berserker, make it like a little storyline. I thought about maybe doing like a rogue, assassin type video and doing all this, maybe with the daggers. Thought about doing a King Arthur video with like the Things armor and, you know, maybe a Beowulf video because there's a Beowulf mission. It could be fun. If that's what y'all want to see, let me know. If not, no worries. Also, Cyberpunk comes out soon. I may get that. I'm hoping that it's not going to be a big flop. I'm hoping that it's going to be good because, you know, that could be a really cool game to explore and make videos on. If y'all want to see that, let me know. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the future. Later, guys.